session number 5, we were talking about the samadhi. And personally, I've heard Srila Gurudeva say directly to me in the courtyard of Radha Damodar, when we went there one time. He looked at the samadhi of Rupa Goswami and he said, when I leave this world, I would like a samadhi like that. Very simple. So I don't quite know how this idea has escalated, that all of a sudden we have some grand idea. I don't know the details, or haven't seen the plans, but I've sort of come to the idea that something quite elaborate is being planned, and I haven't been consulted for half a second on any of this, and I don't see why I shouldn't be. And I don't agree at all with a huge collection fund for something of this nature. Gurudev also, I shared this with Mukunda in South America today, and he wrote back saying he was once talking about, Gurudev was talking about Srila Prabhupada's samadhi, and he was saying, what is the point of all that money spent when pigeons are just passing stool all around? So I think personally that our resources can be much better utilized. For in the Western world now, we have so much huge facility here, and personally, I am not supporting this idea, and I don't know how that idea has actually manifested. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it wasn't a big thing, but it seems to be an impression I have that we have to collect lakhs and lakhs and lakhs and lakhs and lakhs of rupees for something. Well, I don't agree with that.
Let me try and address Maharaj's question. Now, we need to remember that Srila Gurudeva said a lot of things to a lot of people. A lot of people interpret Srila Gurudeva in a lot of ways, right? You know, the Srila Gurudeva said scenario, we all been there. Right? Okay, so we all know Srila Gurudeva's heart best. That's our individual relationship. We all think we know that. That's why, that's part of the inspiration of being a sevak of Srila Gurudeva. That is why, now that he's not on the planet, because such enormous vacuum has been created, the only way that we can deal with these differences of thinking, as Maharaj has clearly elucidated, is that we need the Sangha, in this case as Gurudev wanted through the advisory council, which is a broad body of people. I think there were at least 140 people on that body. These people should decide by majority vote the best option. Therefore, it may be that your vision of Gurudev's samadhi may eventuate, or it may be that your vision of Srila Gurudev's samadhi may not eventuate. But at least you can see that a reasonable process has been conducted, and you can say, okay, well, I want it another way, but at least it's been given a fair hearing. This is our aspiration.
Can you clarify something about...
What's happening? Is it about, sorry, are you speaking about samadhi? No, okay.
Would you mind clarifying something about millions and millions and millions of dollars? Where have they gone? Where are they?
Yeah, okay. All right. Rajan said, can I clarify millions and millions and millions of dollars? Okay. Now, in my experience of this Sangha, one thing is for sure, is that there's a huge amount of love in the heart. I think we all agree that, right? Yeah? Of love and heart. Yeah? A lot. I mean, everyone in this room is overflowing with love, okay? From our Srila Gurudev. Now, because we have not had financial transparency, people always think the worst. It's natural. If you hide something, even if it's not intentional, I always say that no communication is communication. Okay? How many of you are married? Yeah? Right. If I don't, okay. If I don't communicate with my wife, it happens. That's communication. It's not good communication. I usually get into trouble, right? So in the same way, if we do not communicate about money, that is also communication. It's saying, I don't actually trust you with knowing about money. It's not, might not what you mean to say, but that's how we feel, and it doesn't help with trust. So this point that Prajnath is bringing up about millions and millions of lakhs of dollars, I want to clarify, in my experience in the Sangha, now I don't know every single bit that's gone here and there and everywhere, because we're quite a devolved Sangha. There's a lot of local initiatives that go on. but there is not huge siphoning off of money anywhere. There is, if anything, some incompetence here and there, just like you find in any company. There is incompetence, might be overspent here, or you have to do the job twice there, or, you know, took twice as long, or, you know, it's not perfect. There are plenty of errors. But I have not experienced, in my situation, any intended corruption in Sangha. Now, I may in the future found to be wrong and I haven't seen anything, but I don't think it's our major problem. Our major problem in this Sangha is communication, being upfront, being transparent, and being organized. And I think when we have that, and people don't have to worry about that, then we can just get on and do our bhakti. We'll be even much happier and very united.
We didn't explain the money.
Sorry, one second. This one.
Can I finish?
And then this thing. Thank you. Sorry, but if you want to speak, did he? Ladies, French lady? If you want to speak, anybody here, please just raise your hand. You will be called upon. Please don't just shout out. Everyone will be called upon. Thank you.
My humble suggestion and my opinion. I remember in Baija, the last time we went to morning walk, I asked Srila Gurudeva, I was sitting beside him, and I asked him, Gurudeva, how do you want your organization to be run? I'm sure many of you might have remembered that. Do you want a centralized organization or a decentralized organization? And he looked me right in the face. I said, so do you want to be separate from me? I said, no, but do you want to be separate from me? And I said, no. Then he looked away. And some Madhav Maharaj spoke. I remember Padmanabha Maharaj said something, and Gurudev said, who knows? And he said, he used the example of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati and even Sri Krishna when he left the planet. So, you know, when the Guru leaves, there's a vacuum that needs to be created. But those of us who have been given the opportunity to serve and be leaders, we should have transparency in our dealings. We should be loving towards each other. Without love, see, devotional service is love and trust. Nobody came force me to be a devotee. I came because I love Krishna, I love Gurudev. So it's love and trust. If we can actually build up this love and trust, communication will be forthright, and we will enjoy this organization. Number two, we should be very careful not to fall into the pitholes that have been created, and we know. We form an organization and we start having resolutions. And one resolution will lead to another, another leads to another, and there will be binding force in that resolution. We should be careful not to fall into this pitfall. If not, that we become organization of resolutions, not so organization of bhakti. Now, this is very, very serious, and we should take it seriously. We should not be just having resolution, because resolutions bind you. And the people will feel binded, and when they are binded, there's no way you can perform your bhakti, and bhakti will just fall apart. And we become what? More of managerial society. And this, I'm sure Gurudev will not like. Third point, the sannyasis and all senior leaders who are in a position of giving us bhakti, we should be careful to dissociate ourselves from managerial positions instead of bhakti. Because the moment we start doing bhakti with management, there is a difficulty of, you know, mingling these things, and there will not be, it doesn't agree. It doesn't agree. So bhakti and management does not agree. That's why Srila Gurudeva refused to have organization in. I talked to him. He said, no organization, because why do you have new organization? This, you make resolutions. Srila Prabhupada said 30 minutes. Go, GBC should have meetings 30 minutes, and that's all. But it will go on for hours. So I wouldn't want to take too much time, but I'm just asking my leaders humbly, asking our devotees that we should be careful not to fall into pitfalls so that our movement will flourish. I was talking to one sannyas.
Can I answer that for you? Can I answer you and then Karen?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark. To help clarify something for me as to why Gurudev wanted me to help manage, because it's clearly because I have no bhakti. That's why, I just realized. It's true, that's why. No, I really take your point. I mean, it's something I often find. Like, my wife tells me, why are you so sweet to devotees and a monster in the business? Because when I get into the business, attachments come and, you know, I'm getting better. She's coaching me, you know, honestly. I'm getting softer and sweeter, but it takes time. And when you go back, you know, you're absolutely right. I think at the moment, in terms of resolutions, we are so anarchic, we haven't got that problem yet. But I take your point. I am mindful of that problem. I don't want to become, I don't come here for management. But I think at the moment there is so much unnecessary doubt to be resolved by so little amount of work. We are not going to become, you know, we're not going to become bhakti resolutions. We're about bhakti. But thank you, and I really want you to be the guardian of that. And if you feel we're getting anywhere near that place, then please tell me ahead of time.
Who am I?
Thank you. Please, carry on. No, you can just carry on.
Let's one more thing. I was talking to a sannyas Vaishnava friend of mine, and he said something, and I want everybody, I don't know whether he will say it, he'll be shy to say it, but I want to say it. He said, a society that is not have one leader controlling and is like leaderless has a very, you know, great way to go, because they are a group of people who can help it grow. But if there is like one leadership, just one, controlling everything, there is mostly frustration, because it hinders, you know, so many things. There will be divisions. People say, I don't like him. People say, I like him. So that's the great thing, to form a council, and the council guides everything, and you will see that this society is going to grow greatly in bhakti. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, what's that? Vishnu Maharaj. Vishnu Maharaj. Oh, so Madhava? Yeah. Who wants to speak? Madhava? Oh, yeah, please. Madhava. No, Madhava. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. I have spoken to Srila Bhaktivedanta Madhav Maharaj and Bhaktivedanta Tirth Maharaj, and both are agreeing that we have now started a new day. Whatever, there have been so many grievances, and now, like Gurudev, he had love for everybody, When I came to Math, he said, oh, you are my son. Later on, I came to know that any person who is aggressive or who is very chanchal or who is very independent, Gurudev will say, oh, you are my son. Then he will be controlled, right? So now, Gurudev is not among us, and we have started a new day, and we will try, I'm saying, representing Srila Bhaktivedanta Madhav Maharaj and Srila Tirth Maharaj and all other sannyasis, that we will accommodate each and everybody. Nothing will be hidden. We will try our best that transparency is there. But one thing keeping in mind, just like Prabhu said, that the managerial affairs and bhakti, they don't agree with each other. That's why even when we went to Gurudev's room, Gurudev told us that such persons, if they want to come in, please don't let come in. Would we see that Gurudev is discriminating? No. Some limits are there, but as far as love and affection is concerned, we will accommodate each and everybody. And Madhav Maharaj requested this because he has to go back and make some payments for parikrama. People are waiting for him. So please, if you have any feelings, you will be giving another chance. They will be again meeting tomorrow, and we will be gathering again here. So everybody, if they feel very urgent, they can speak. Otherwise, the meeting would last many hours, and it will be too long. Thank you.
Vishnu Maharaj.
Very well, everyone. Dandavad pranams. I'd like to say I'm really inspired to see everyone coming together like this and having this discussion. I feel I haven't felt a mood like this for a really long time, and it's something that I appreciate, and I feel it's been very necessary for our Sangha. But I beg of you to please excuse my goal-orientated nature. I'm a person who's very